This is your sports TV station in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
8 minutes up on the clock. I'm going to stand up because I think I need to and I want to.
This place is packed, Don.
It is.
There's Clearview alumni here. This game has drawn everybody in Lorain County to it.
There are a few seats, just a few. But this place will be rocking as we go. Lorain High will be working right to left across the digital tuner.
No national anthem?
They did it before the ladies' game.
I missed it. Okay.
Yeah, it's one per night, I think. All right. Looks as though, I'm not quite sure, Elyria would be anticipating it. I think they're playing defensive tip that's going to be controlled by the Titans very quickly on their offensive end. Wilson works to the left baseline. Benedict gets it right back to Seth. He'll back away, hesitates, sends it outside. Benedict kicks it right back out top. There's Billings down to the baseline. Nice drive and take, shovel pass underneath. No dice on the shot for Jackson. Rebound picked up off the floor by Wilson. He'll back away, send it right back out top. Benedict will reset. Man defense here by the Pioneers early on. Billings for three. That jump shot not going to happen for him. Rebound pulled down by Robinson. He's going to push. Length of the court, goes to the block. Up off the glass, rolls it off the front of the rim. Rebound, no. Put back, tipped around. It's going to be foul underneath. And I think that's going to be called on Lorain High. I think they got Wilson already on his first foul. That is the case. His first, team first.
2 shots right there for the Pioneers under the basket, coming up empty.
Ball knocked away on the inbounds pass, down on the floor, picked up underneath by Tyron Lee. Can't get his shot to fall. It's going to be collected by Devontae Jackson for the Titans. On the push, going into the middle of the lane. A little bit of contact there, no whistle. Here we go the other way. Carter with the ball. Aiden on the drive, tries to work to the baseline, stops and pops from a dozen. Misses everything. Seth Wilson with the rebound for the Titans. 7 minutes on the clock, 1 minute into the ball game, no score up on the clock. Whitehead launches long distance, a little bit too long. Ball tipped around. It's going to be collected by Lee. Nice job tipping that back that time. Marshawn Robinson couldn't quite get a handle on it, just tipped it over to Lee. He did collect it. Robinson wanted to back in, gets turned away there by Billings. That's part of his role on this squad. He is a defensive specialist, along with being that garbage guy on the offensive side. Into the lane, ball poked away, still on the floor. Stevens will pick it up, drops it off, shot underneath, a little out of control. Seth Wilson with the rebound for the Titans, and he'll go the other way. A little wraparound pass, little drive through the lane. Great take that time, Devontae Jackson.
Great pass by Seth Wilson, finding Devontae Jackson cutting to the basket.
Robinson goes up court, has it knocked away. It's going to be picked up by Benedict. He'll save it back. No, he'll go out of bounds underneath. Tried to knock it away and save it back into his teammates. The officials say, no, you stepped out of bounds before you touched it.
Close call there for the Titans, but great effort by Deontay Benedict with that defensive play.
6:07 remains in the first quarter. Just 2 points up on the board thus far. 2-0 in favor of the Titans. Lee with the ball for Elyria. Works to the top of the key. Sends it outside. 3 ball. Des Shelton, it's good.
Des Shelton sitting in the corner for the Pioneers. Wide open for that 3 ball.
Whitehead will work along with Seth Wilson. Wilson now with the ball on the right wing. Hesitates at the top, works through the lane, puts it up with the left-handed in.
Strong take by Seth Wilson to finish on the left-hand side. Steal by Billings.
Billings will take the inbounds pass, give it away, get it right back. 3 ball launched and good. Just sat in that left corner, just waited for the ball to come back. It did, and he knew what to do with it. Marshawn Robinson working against pressure, works up court. Carter stops and pops, 15-footer, right elbow. No, Wilson there with the rebound for the Titans, just cleared the glass. He'll work up court, stops and gets it out top. Aaron Whitehead now with the ball for the Titans. A little hesitation move, a little jab step to see how the defense is going to react. Wilson at the top. Couple dribbles to the rack again. Shot partially blocked. No, they're going to whistle the foul. Let's see who they got on this. And
looks like Des.
Brett Larrick questioning that call, and you're right.
Des Shelton picking up that foul. It was a late call, Don.
I agree.
It was a very late whistle by the referee.
Wilson will go to the line. And Brett Larrick still with both hands up in the air saying, look, he went straight up. What do you want? Still talking to the officials. Second free throw, Wilson bounces off the front of the rim and in. He's got 3. That makes it 8-3 now in favor of Lorain High Titans. And here's that pressure. Wilson comes up with the takeaway. Still with the ball, another wraparound pass. Billings straight on for three. Leaves it a little bit short. Rebound collected that time by Lee. Gets it out quickly, going the other way. Aiden Carter to the rack. Lays it in with the left hand. His first basket of the ball game.
Nice strong finish by Aiden Carter for the Pioneers.
Devontae Jackson will walk up court for Lorain High. Beats the timeline, 4:38 remaining in this first quarter, 8-5 in favor of Lorain High. Benedigen with the ball in between the circles. Billings, little shovel pass off to Wilson. He'll spot inside the arc from about 15. It's good. He's got 5 in the ball game.
Good sign for the Titans. Seth Wilson showing up.
There's another takeaway by Wilson. He'll collect it, sends it all the way across. Whitehead, little head fake, wraps it around, finds Billings, sends it right back out top. Benedigen wanted to find Wilson, takes the drive, scoops the layup, up and in.
Deontay Benedigen with the take for the Titans. Timeout, Elyria.
I think it's going to be a 30-second timeout as everybody's standing. That is the case, and Brett Larrick said, wait a minute, before this gets too far out of control. It's at 12-5 right now. The problem, not so much the score, it's the fact that Elyria has not been able to get the ball past midcourt on 3 or 4 different possessions.
Yeah, and they're not shooting very well either. They're 2 for 7 from the field right now. So that slow start on top of the Titans' defensive pressure is what's really bothering the Pioneers right now.
High with that defensive pressure. Normally it's a wearing kind of pressure that Lorain High will do. They'll just keep after you, keep after you, keep after you. It's not very often that they come out in the first quarter and blow you up. Yeah,
the Titans' defensive perimeter defense is just outstanding.
All right, off the 30-second timeout by the Pioneers. They'll have the ball, length of the court to go. Stevens gets it forward to Carter into the lane. Scoops up the layup. No. My guy's all on the rim. It's not going to happen there. Rebound just in the ball game. Aiden Brown. Lob pass to the other side. Wilson off that alley-oop. Unable to dunk it. Tried to tip it in. Not going to happen. Carter comes away for it with the ball for the Pioneers. Wings it forward. Hesitation out there. Robinson to the rack. No. Another missed shot attempt for the Pioneers. Ball knocked away. Wilson will go for it. Lobs it backdoor. Tried to find Whitehead. Unable to do that. Here we go the other way. Carter with the ball. Hesitates out top. Working against Wilson. Works to the right elbow. Knocks down the 16-footer.
Great shot by Aiden Carter. Really working to get open on that offensive set.
Aaron Whitehead just walks up court for the Titans, facing a 2-3 zone. There's that zone you talked about. Sends it out top. Jackson sends it over to Wilson. He'll work to the top of the key. Sends it right back out. Whitehead launches for 3. A little bit flat on the shot. Rebound collected by Tyron Lee. Looks to give it away and does so to Robinson. He'll work up court. Right wing. Shakes and bakes a little bit there. Backs away. Billings checking him out there. Sends it out top. And Des Shelton now with the ball. He'll be guarded by Whitehead. Now it'll be Robinson. Pioneers slowing things down. Take inside. High off the glass. No. Had to adjust that shot a little bit too much, David. Couldn't get it to fall. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Lorain High ball.
Credit Jameer Billings. He followed and shadowed Robinson that whole time. Was just in his hip pocket. Would not have let Pioneers get open.
Jaco Lee into the ball game for the Lorain High Titans. I think we had Elyria sub as well. I missed it, so I'll try to pick up on that here in just a second. Actually, I see a Jameel Reed in the ball game, the 6'2" senior. Lorain High on their offensive end with the ball. 2:24 left in the first quarter. To the right side, Aaron Whitehead with the ball over his head, flips it all the way across. Benedigen hesitates, works to the top of the key, floats one up from about 8, leaves it well short. Rebound collected by Robinson for the Pioneers. Bounce pass off to the right side. Stevens sends it over to the left side. Working there is Carter. Works to the block, falls away from 8. No. Rebound tip. Benedigen picks it up. Starts the fast break on the push into the top of the key, and is going to get a little bit of a bump out top. That'll be a foul on the Pioneers, and I think they're going to get Marshawn Robinson.
Great push by Deontay Benedigen to really force the issue on the Pioneers, committing that lazy foul.
Dalen Charlo comes into the ball game for the Pioneers. Charlo, a 6'2" junior. Titans will inbound underneath their own basket. Jaco Lee to handle that. Bounce pass goes in quickly to Whitehead, and he just pushes it up toward the basket and in. His first basket of the ball game. There's more full court pressure by the Titans. Almost a takeaway. It's going to be a takeaway. Lee comes up with it. Sends it to the left side. Benedigen all alone for 3. Left wing. Rattles out. Rebound collected by Charlo. He'll hand it off to the left side. Robinson works up court, hesitates there, goes between his legs a couple different times looking for something. Lee will chase him out closer to midcourt. Wants to go to work, top of the key, and Jaco's going to be whistled for a body foul, I believe.
Yeah, just too aggressive there. Jaco was doing a great job being up on the ball handler, just a little too much body.
Seth Wilson will come back into the ball game. The 6'3" junior's got 5 points in the ball game thus far. 1:28 remaining. The first quarter's 14-7 in favor of the Lorain High Titans. Inbound comes into Stevens, right back to Robinson. Fires a long one, not able to get that one. Wilson will tip it over one defensive player to himself, spins to the block, off the glass and in. That's a tough move by Seth Wilson.
And he really looks like a man out here, just bigger than everybody, using his body right to score that basket.
Des Shelton works to the baseline, finds Stevens. He gives it up, but right into the hands of Billings. Leaves it off to Lee. Lee hesitates with the shot, leaves it short. Follow and put back is good that time. Aiden Brown's got his first basket of the ball game, and quickly it's an 11-point lead here in favor of the Lorain High Titans with less than a minute remaining. Fast break opportunity for the Pioneers. Good ball movement off to the right side. Shot there is good for Dalen Charlo, his first basket of the ball game.
Pioneers doing a good job capitalizing on that 2-on-1 fast break. Charlo with the easy finish.
37, 36, 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter here. Lorain High 18-9 in favor of the Titans. Wilson will back away from pressure, and the Titans will play for one. Wilson in between the circles, actually closer to midcourt than anything else, is the Elyria defense. In particular, Shelton will hawk him there. Robinson, now they're hesitant to come out after him. 16-15, 14 now on the first quarter clock. Billings on the right side, flips it over. Wilson, left side, takes the drive in the lane, mishandles, picks it back, scoops it underneath. Two-handed slam by Aiden Brown. Oh, forget about it.
Great dish by Seth Wilson, finding Brown.
Three-point shot at the end of the quarter comes up empty, and it's 20-9 in favor of Lorain High following a spectacular dunk to cap things off. Second quarter action right around the corner. We'll be right back on WDLW and WLCS TV 20.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Ohio State is saving lives every day.
This is Ohio State.
We're the economic engine of the state.
A major employer.
Over 60,000 students. We're on the forefront of cancer research. An educational core of Ohio.
Impacting tens of thousands daily.
Our alumni organization is nearly 500,000 worldwide.
This is Ohio State.
This is Ohio State.
Ohio State.
This is the Ohio State University.
We are back at Lorain High, leading 20-9 here to start the second quarter. Great game going on, high speed. The Titans defense really pressuring Elyria, creating an 11-point advantage so far, Don.
Well, no question about it, and it is that defensive pressure for Lorain High that's given them the opportunity to bump things out 20-9 at the end of the first frame. 3 players have scored for the Elyria Pioneers in that first quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different players for Lorain High, led by Seth Wilson, who's got 7 in the ball game.
Yeah, Seth's really doing it all on both ends of the court. Someone I want to spotlight for the Pioneers is Marshawn Robinson.
Yeah.
He has got to get going. He's 0 for 4 from the field right now.
Well, he'll have the ball to start things off in between the circles. He'll hand off. Dalen Charlo come across a little weave action out top. They want to get Marshawn Robinson some space. He's going to try to create on his own. Fires from 15, a little bit short on that one. Rebound collected by Carter for the Pioneers. Sends it right back to him. Robinson with the ball. Wants to go to work against Whitehead into the lane. Mishandles the ball. It's going to be collected by Benjamin for the Titans. Wants to push, hesitates near midcourt, spins around, gets it out to Whitehead to the top of the key, lobs it to the baseline. Aiden Brown, reverse layup, no, can't get that one to fall. Rebound, Whitehead, put back in 2.
Good shot by Aaron Whitehead to follow that miss by Aiden Brown.
22-9 now in favor of the Titans. Full court pressure by Lorain High. handle that by getting it to Jamel Reed. He'll hand off to the left side. There's a jumper by Aiden Carter. It's good. He's got 6. Hit that one from about 15. Long pass forward. Wilson thought about a 3. Whitehead also thought about that. He'll work into the lane. Little scoop shot, and a foul is going to be whistled. I believe that's going to be another one on the Pioneers.
Aiden Carter really carrying this Pioneer team right now. Offensively, the only one doing anything for the Pioneers.
Jamel Reed whistled for the foul on the Pioneers. Wilson will inbound. He'll get it out quickly. Jackson works to the block. Bounce pass goes inside the ground. Unable to handle that one. Ball poked away, going the other way. Still on the ground. Dalen Charlo tracks it down. No, actually picked up by Reed. He wants to go to work. Whitehead will knock the ball away. Jump ball. Alternate possession is going to go the way of the Titans, and a little bit of chippiness here.
Yeah, I don't think Whitehead liked it that Jamel Reed still went up for that shot while he was down on the ground after the whistle had already blown.
Billings will come in. Aiden Brown will sit down. Well, Aiden's a spark plug.
He is. He's a definition of a garbage guy.
Yeah.
Just intensity.
Whitehead still in conversation with one of the guys wearing a striped shirt. He'll get the ball and go to work on the offensive end. A little bit of a zone look here for the Pioneers. No surprise there. It's a 2-3. They'll extend it out beyond the arc. Wilson just creates space with a little bit of a dip of the shoulder. Can't hit the long jumper. Rebound's going to be collected by Robinson. He'll go up court. Hawk from behind. Rebound collected by Wilson. Here we go. Fast break opportunity. Benegen's going to go up and lay it in. Deontay now with 4 points in the ball game.
Great job by Deontay with that steal and easy deuce for the Titans.
Carter will work along with Robinson for the Pioneers to get the ball up across midcourt. And now it's there. Trap sort of coming his way. He'll get it right back on top to Reed. Gets it right back to Robinson on the kind of right corner. Hesitates, goes through his legs, tries to take the drive. Scoop pass off to the left side off the hands of Charlo. A little bit off the mark on the pass. And here's your sub coming into the ball game, Des Shelton, 5'11 junior. Shelton's a big energy guy. He's a starter, but he's also that energy guy. And he's that spark.
They need a spark plug right now to get going.
Whitehead working up court, finds Jackson. Puts the ball over his head and clears it out top to Benningen. Right back to Whitehead on the right wing. Pioneers content to kind of hang back in the zone. They've got Tyron Lee just both feet firmly planted in the middle of the key. Lob pass goes back underneath. Oh, the alley-oop was not going to fall that time for Jackson on the back side of the basket. It's close to the right side. Shelton, little pump fake. Steps up, takes a 12-footer, not going to happen. Rebound collected by Jackson for Lorain High. Wants to push a little bit, goes to Whitehead on the right wing. Stops and pops just inside the arc. Unable to hit that one. Wilson flying through. He's going to get whistled for a foul that time. He got up into the air and a little bit out of control, and that's going to be his second. I'd look for him to sit down.
Yeah, just over the back there for the Seth Wilson and the Titans trying to grab that loose ball. Aiden Brown checking in now for Seth Wilson for the Titans.
Jamel Reed will get the ball in, and working up court now is Marshawn Robinson. Robinson with the ball out top, being beat out there by Billings. Pick out top, he had to get the switch. Boy, awkward pass there. Jamel Reed will come down with it for the Pioneers, and the Titans want to travel. Ball knocked away, picked up by Benningen. Splits a double team, goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Lorain High. They'll have it underneath their own basket.
Yeah, Jamel Reed for the Pioneers lost the ball. Defensive pressure applied by Deontay Benningen. Titans retain the ball.
Jesse Stevens will come into the ball game for the Pioneers. Lorain High has the ball underneath their own basket. Whitehead collects it, tries to send it off to Brown. He'll recollect it after he mishandled it and get it off to Benningen. Swinging over to Billings to the left side. Jackson, head fake, step fake, baseline drive, little scoop off to Brown, spins in the middle of the lane from about 3, no, gets his own rebound. Power dribble, no, he'll get away from it. Benningen will go over and help him out. Thought he was going to get in trouble, made sure he was going to be available. Benningen works toward the baseline, scoops the ball all the way through. Jackson into the lane, floats one up from about 5 feet. Awkward looking shot, would have been pretty if it went, did not. Going the other way is Carter for Elyria. Layup, no. And a foul is going to be whistled. This one's going to be on the Titans underneath. That was going to be whistled on Whitehead, his first team foul number 4.
Elyria only scoring 2 points here in the second quarter offensively, really going through a dry spell. Marshawn Robinson is still scoreless. Aiden Carter has 6 points right now, but not much else going for the Elyria Pioneers. Whitehead brings the ball up for the Titans, looking to pass right. Jaco Lee has the ball at the top of the key, looking to pass it to Devontae Jackson. Devontae Jackson hands it back off to Whitehead. Whitehead works around a screen from Brown to the lane. Right hand, no good.
Unable to get that one to fall. By the way, that last foul was actually called on Tyron Lee of the Pioneers. Nice jumper there from Aiden Carter. He puts in his 8th point of the ball game off the left elbow. Makes it 24-13 now in favor of the Titans. Billings with the ball, hands off. Whitehead on the right wing. Wants to go to work with 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Goes to the left elbow, drops it back to Lee. He'll send it off to Billings. So he had a little something in mind there for just a second. Jackson to Billings, 3-ball, left baseline, corner, good.
That looked good as soon as it left his hand. Jameer Billings with his second 3 of the night.
30-second timeout comes off the Lorain Titans bench. As Coach John Rossitano wants to talk this one over a little bit. 27-13 in favor of the Titans. And the difference second quarter to this quarter, and not that anybody's doing anything poorly or differently, but not nearly as much transition for Lorain High.
Yeah, the shots are a little bit harder than they were that first quarter. We mentioned a lot of pressure by Lorain. They were able to score easily off of those turnovers, but both teams kind of struggling here in this second quarter. Lorain only scoring 7 points, and Elyria has 4. So both teams feeling each other out here before the half.
But I think you give credit to the Elyria Pioneers. Number 1, better ball security. Number 2, getting back on defense a little bit better.
Yeah, absolutely. They need a spark. And Marshawn Robinson is the guy that's got to get going for the Pioneers. Aiden Carter is doing everything on his own, and they're going to need more help. Dez has only got 3 points as well on the night. Dez Shelton for the Pioneers.
Lee, Carter, Robinson, Shelton, and Stevens on the court right now for the Pioneers. Ball knocked out of bounds. Aiden Brown just comes up and knocks that one out. Elyria will have it. Now they've got the spot, and it's an awkward one at the far corner. That's where the ball went out of bounds. We got Billings, Whitehead, Lee, Aiden Brown, and Jackson on the court for the Titans. Here we go, the other way. Robinson with the ball, being hawked out there. Whitehead's not going to give him a free go by any stretch of the imagination. Ball poked away by Billings. 2-on-1 fast break. He'll take it himself. Ball partially blocked. Nicely done by Robinson, going the other way. It'll be Aiden Carter and the corner. 3-ball fills it up. He's got 11 in the ball game to lead the Pioneers. He's got 11 of their 16.
His first 3-point attempt of the night is good.
2 subs set to come in here for the Titans at the next stoppage of play. Jackson goes to the right side. Billings wants to answer from 3-point range. No. Stevens rebound, gets it off, and going the other way is Carter quickly. Works to the right wing. 2.5 minutes remain in the first half. To left side, almost chased down, but Shelton will come away with it. So right back to Carter. He'll fire from 3-point range again. He's got 14. Somebody better check him.
Back-to-back threes by Aiden Carter. He looks like he came to play tonight, Don.
Breaks it down to an 8-point lead now for Lorain High with 2:17. 27-19 is the count. Whitehead stops and pops just inside the arc, and Lorain High cannot buy a basket right now. They'll miss another long jumper. Carter going the other way. He's going to get bodied up by Whitehead working down the other way. And boy, all of a sudden, Elyria is showing up and doing some really good things.
Yeah, they're catching the Titans off guard. Hitting back-to-back 3-pointers helps. Now they just got to lock down some defense and slow up this Titans. Checking in for the Titans is Seth Wilson, Deontay Benigin. Checking out Whitehead, and I think Devontae Jackson went up.
Yeah. 2:06 remain in the first half. Long pass out top. Shelton will collect it for the Pioneers. Lee's going to D him up. Wants to go to work. Single-handed pass goes off to Robinson. He'll be checked by Billings. Looks left, goes right, scoops the shot in the lane, up and in.
Robinson's first basket of the night is a beauty. Up and under with the right hand.
We caught Lee looking off to his right and took him to the left. That'll do it. Wilson will stop and pop from about 14 off the left elbow, unable to hit that one. Rebound comes down to Stevens. He'll get it off. Robinson now working up court on a little bit of a push into the lane. Scoop shot up and in.
Don't look now. Here come the Pioneers.
27-23 now in favor of Lorain High. It's a 4-point difference. Oh, Benjamin almost lost the handle on the ball. Hesitates along the baseline, scoops it up with one hand, unable to hit that one, and the Titans have just gone ice cold shooting-wise. Rebound collected by Lee, gets it up quickly. Des Shelton unable to hit the three ball. Ball comes down into the hands of Seth Wilson for the Lorain High Titans. Wants to work off the right wing, into the lane, scoops up the shot, unable to hit that. Brown, tip, no, still can't get one to fall. Rebound, Robinson spins away from pressure by Benjamin, works to the key, sends it off to the right side. Carter, drive, 12-footer, no. Rebound, Seth Wilson, he'll pull it down and go the other way for the Titans. Gets it off quickly. Benjamin, little head fake, stops and pops from about a dozen, misses that one. That's another air ball. Fast break opportunity, a run out for Carter. Defense gets back there, tries to get cute with the behind the back pass. Maybe should have just made it easier. And Coach John Rossitano says, slow this down. We've got 30 seconds. We want one shot.
Yeah, the Titans haven't been able to do anything offensively this quarter, and they've become stagnant, Don. They're standing around and they're watching each other dribble the ball. They're playing iso ball.
That's not a style of ball that will win you a lot of ball games. 27-23, a 4-point lead for the Titans. Lee with the ball, goes cross court. Billings thought about a three, finds Wilson with 4. Now Billings will take the three ball. Got it.
Jameer Billings with that three.
That'll make it 30-23 at the end of the first half of basketball here at Lorain High School. Tale of two quarters, to say the very least. The first one, all Lorain. The second one, Elyria Pioneers starting to make a little bit of a comeback. We'll take a little bit of break when we come back. Third quarter action. We'll be right back with more on WDLW, WDLWradio.com, and WLCS TV 20.
For the thousands of wounded warriors returning from battle, Wounded Warrior Project has developed the Warriors to Work program, a unique program that helps wounded warriors translate their military experience to the civilian workplace. The Warriors to Work program also works with employers to find the right job for the right warrior. Contact Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
Stop. Whether it's on the way to school, at school, or online, bullying has become a non-stop threat to our youth today. Is your child being bullied? The National Runaway Switchboard can help. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
In an instant, life can change. Hi, I'm veteran J.R. Martinez. If you've been hurt or disabled due to your service, the last thing you need to do is hurry up and wait for a VA claims decision. Make sure you file an electronic, fully developed claim, or e-claim, for disability compensation on e-benefits. It's the fastest and easiest way to get a claims decision. Learn more at ebenefits.va.gov. E-claims and e-benefits, online VA claims made simple.
Just about set for third quarter action here at Lorain High School at the half. 30-23, Lorain High over Elyria. Don Benson with Dave Rivera. Okay, real quick, Coach, what are the coaches saying to their teams?
On offense for the Titans, don't get stagnant. Don't stand around and watch the ball. You've got to continually move. If I'm the Titans on defense, I want to bring that pressure back, create some easy offense. If I'm Elyria, I want to slow the ball down. I want to try to get Marshawn Robinson involved, and I want to continue to feed Aiden Carter. He's been the only one that's been able to do anything for the Pioneers.
Quality offensive possessions for the Pioneers.
Slow it down, get good shots, make multiple passes.
I'll have the ball to start things off, and it'll be Marshawn Robinson with the ball in his hands. He'll find Carter over on the right side. Stevens high. Gets it right back out top to Robinson. Looks like the starting five for Elyria. A little scoop shot, not going to happen. Stevens rebound, boy, could have just went right back up with that. Kicks it out to Carter. He'll back away Finds here in Lee at the right elbow. Nice back cut that time. Robinson made that shot a little bit too difficult. Ball tipped around, picked up by Jackson for Lorain High. Wants to push. Has Wilson on his left side. He'll just go to the rack hard. No, unable to get that one to finish. Rebound comes down to the Pioneers. Here goes Carter the other way. Top of the key, midcourt, top of the key. Drops it underneath. Des Shelton all alone. No one there to guard him. He's got 5.
Yeah, they lost Des Shelton in that fast break, and he was there for the easy deuce.
Shot at the other end by Whitehead. He's going to get fouled as the Titans able to get the ball up the court really quickly. I think they're going to buzz that one on Robinson. That is the case. That'll be his second, team foul number 1 in this second half, and it's going to send Aaron Whitehead to the line for 2. Only the 3rd and 4th free throws of this ball game, as my partner pointed out just a moment ago. He'll hit number 1, 5th point.
Aaron's been battling a groin injury, Don. I watched him on Saturday against Avon Lake, and I don't know how he finished that game. He's out here toughing it out tonight.
Well, you got to appreciate that kind of effort. He'll put both of those free throws in. He's got 6 in the ball game. Makes it 32-25, and going out of bounds along the near sideline. That time getting forced out was Aiden Carter. A nice job body position that time by Whitehead to just give him nowhere to go.
Yeah, using the sideline as an extra defender. Worked out well.
Jackson inbound. Lobs it in to Seth Wilson. Wilson outside the arc on the left side of the formation. He'll center things up and go to the right side. Billings down to Whitehead. Just off the baseline. Good look inside. Finds Jackson, puts it high off the glass and in. That's just his 4th point, but a great assist that time.
Yeah, Whitehead finding Jackson cutting to the basket for that easy deuce.
Robinson goes the length of the court, just lays it in at the other side.
Yeah, Seth kind of let him go. I don't think he wanted to pick up his 3rd foul, Don.
Maybe that was the case. 3 ball at the other end. Rattles off the rim that time for Jackson. Rebound's going to be collected by Seth Wilson. He'll back away from pressure in the middle of the lane. He'll launch his own 3 ball. That one comes up short. Rebound collected by Carter. Wants to push. Carter now slows things down. Comes across the timeline with Billings waiting on him right in front. Shelton with the ball. He'll be beat up by Jackson. 6:14 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Robinson will be checked out there by Whitehead. And right now, Titans not giving the Pioneers a lot to look at inside. Everything's from the wing to wing right now.
Yeah, the Titans in the man-to-man defense right now, all up on the Pioneers.
Robinson with the ball in between the circles now. Couple dribbles there, wants to go to work, has to back off, looks over to the sideline and says, Brett Larrick, what do I do? And Larrick says, well, do something. He'll stop and pop from about 10 and hit it.
Took his coach's words and went right to the basket, Don.
Here's Benjamin for Lorain High. He'll come across the timeline and work over toward the corner nearest his bench and backs away with 5.5 remaining. Looks like he wants to set up a individual look here. The Titans just content to burn time. Boy, pass goes into Wilson, and Jesse Stevens challenged it, but Wilson collected it, grabbed it, put it up. He's got his 9th point of the ball game.
Easy floater by Seth Wilson.
Robinson gets it out to Carter at the other end. He'll step inside the arc and fire from about 17. Unable to hit that one. Stevens wanted to find his big guy Lee inside. He'll go all the way across. It'll be collected by Robinson, and he'll launch long distance. He's got 11 now. He's got 7 in this 3rd quarter.
First 3-point of the night for Robinson.
Ooh, a little miscommunication there. Bad spacing by the Titans as Whitehead went off to Wilson and almost resulted in a timeout. Now, Lorain High really wants to stretch this 3-2 zone of Elyria out. That's why they're backing away. 4:40 remaining in the 3rd quarter. It's 36-32 in favor of Lorain High. Jackson scoops it down to the baseline. Billings for another 3. No, that one not good. Collected by Jackson along the baseline for Lorain High. Hesitates, works into the paint. Scoop shot up, no. Collects his own rebound, bounces it out. That'll be Whitehead, top of the key, leaves it back. Wilson for about a 20-footer, no. Rebound's going to be collected by Robinson. Boy, the Titans have gone stagnant, to say the least.
Too many jumpers, Don. They got to get to the basket.
Robinson launches from 3-point range. No. Wilson rebound, goes behind his back, may have carried it. No look pass ahead to Whitehead. Missed the layup. Backboard was slapped that time by Carter. Back in the days, that was a tee. It's no longer a tee. Shelton goes underneath, puts it up, and puts in a deuce for the Pioneers. He's got 7. And it's down to a 2-point ball game, 36-34 in favor of Lorain High.
The zone Elyria is using is really getting Lorain out of its comfort zone.
Benjamin got caught down along the baseline, had the ball poked out from behind, and will get Aiden Brown into the ball game for Lorain High. Up off the bench and into the ball game for Elyria is Omar Palos.
He's checking in for Marshawn Robinson, who's going to have a seat for the Pioneers.
Rick Larrick told him, just take it easy. Let the game come to you. Inbounds will come to Billings. He'll hand off. Jackson will come across the top. Jaco Lee set to come in next stoppage for the Lorain High Pioneers. Wilson with the ball in between the circles off to Jackson on the right side. Billings will clear out. Finds Seth Wilson, and he wants to take the drive. He's going to get whistled for the travel, and that's an unforced turnover.
Yeah, he was trying to take Jesse Stevens to the hole. That's a mismatch when you got Seth Wilson and Jesse Stevens guarding him, but just took many steps getting to the basket. 3.5
minutes left in this third quarter. It's a 2-point ball game, 36-34 in favor of Lorain High. Elyria's owned the second and the first half of this third quarter. To the right side it'll go. Aiden Carter with the ball. Into the lane, forces up a jumper, gets it to fall, and guess what? He's got 16, and we're tied at 36.
Aiden Carter's first basket to start the second half.
Seth Wilson literally talking to Coach Rossitano on the sideline. Pass goes to Aiden Brown along the baseline outside the arc. That's not where you're going to see him do his best work. Billings drops it off to Seth Wilson, almost directly into a double team. He'll back away from that. Finds Lee, sends it over to Whitehead, alone for a three ball, got it.
Aaron Whitehead with that three, really needed it. Struggling a little bit today offensively.
Full timeout on the court, 2:45 remaining in the third quarter, 39-36. We'll come back right after this Lorain High Titans timeout with more basketball action on WDLW and WLCS TV 20.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
39-36, Lorain High over Elyria. It's been a 13-9 third quarter following a 14-10 second quarter. Both of those quarters in favor of the Pioneers.
Pioneers doing a great job offensively, just sticking with it, getting good shots, making sure the possessions count. On the other side for Lorain, they're just giving away possessions. Too much standing around, too much watching each other dribble. They got to get together and get in the rhythm here in offense.
Elyria will have the ball coming off the timeout, taken by the Lorain High Titans. It'll be Carter out top, Deed out there by Jaco Lee. Works inside, here's the takeaway. Brown will come away with it, tries to get it to Whitehead. Ball all over the place, it's gonna go out of bounds off of Tyron Lee, and a lot of contact down court, almost like professional wide receivers and quarterbacks in the NFL, banging on each other.
Yeah, Whitehead was going backwards and losing the ball, and able to retain possession.
Inbounds pass comes from Whitehead to Wilson. Wilson wants to go to work against Stevens. Spins toward the right block. Misses the shot a little bit too long. Gets his own rebound. Drops it off to Brown. He'll put it up with the right hand and in. Aiden Brown now with 6. He also has the only dunk in the ball game. Makes it a 41-36 Lorain High lead with 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Back out top. That'll be Tyron Lee. Hands off to Carter. He's being checked out there by Lee. Sends it off to the left side. Des Shelton guarded by Billings. Works it right back out top. Lob pass down underneath to Stevens. Doesn't want to take that shot. Shelton with the drive into the lane. Kicks it back. 15-footer for Tyron Lee is good. He's got his first basket of the ball game. It's a 3-point difference now, 41-38.
Really grinding it out for the Pioneers. Excellent shot by Tyron Lee at the free throw line.
Wilson, top of the key, hesitates, steps in, backs out, kicks it to the right side. Whitehead for 3. Right side filled it up. He's got a dozen.
Aaron's second three-pointer of the night.
Working the other way is Palos with the ball, gets it off Jesse Stevens for the Pioneers. Gets a couple dribbles across midcourt and says, nah, I don't want any of this. Somebody come help me out. Des Shelton's going to be the guy. He's going to get fouled going to the rack. Off of that right wing, he'll go to the line for a couple of free throws, and I think these will be the first free throws for Elyria.
Yeah, in the third quarter, they're just finally getting to the free throw line.
I think Aiden Brown whistled for the foul. It is. That'll be his first, team foul number 1 on the Titans.
If I'm Elyria, I keep going and driving to the basket and trying to get to that free throw line.
Absolutely.
Slow this game down, Don.
Shelton hits the first of two coming his way. Whitehead and Wilson will sit down. Benningen and Jackson come back into the ball game for the Titans.
Let's see if the Titans' pressure defense picks up. They haven't been doing the full court press to create some offensive turnovers. They need to get going here right now.
Second free throw bounces off. Not going to happen for the Pioneers that time. Rebound collected by Devontae Jackson. Jackson with the ball outside the arc, pretty much straight on, sends it to the left side in Billings. They'll find Benningen at the top and to the right side. Lee now with a left-handed dribble, tries to create some space, jump stop, kicks it out. Jackson thought about a three, but thought better of it. Probably a good idea to tuck that one back away. Good look inside, a couple great passes, ends up into the hands of Brown. You got the Benningen to Billings, quick tap pass goes to the big guy Brown along the baseline, and he's able to put it in.
Way to finish. Aiden Brown took that body hit and was still able to put the ball in the basket.
Robinson to the right side, kicks it out. Des Shelton now for the Pioneers on their offensive end, being hawked out there by Jackson. Goes between his legs, backs off, works to the arc, and then kicks it right back. 23 seconds remaining in the quarter. Robinson into the lane. Marchand creates his own shot, leaves it short. Rebound Lee. Fast break opportunity. Lob pass goes to Benningen down near the baseline. Has to send it back. No, they're going to say found the end line. It was close, and then Benningen and Lee say, guys, we just missed that one. 12.2 seconds remaining. It's a 7-point Lorain High lead. And Whitehead will come back into the ball game. Billings will take a little bit of a break.
And the Titans easing back on the defensive pressure, picking it up at half court.
Robinson with the ball, 9, 8, 7 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Wants to go to work, and you're going to get a foul called on Jaco Lee. That'll be his second, team foul number 2. You can't really complain about the number of fouls called in this ball game. There were a total of 8 called in the first half. We've only seen 3 called in this third quarter.
Yeah, the refs have done a great job. Nothing outrageous. Everything has gone as planned.
Ball comes into Stevens, sends it right back to the right side, losing it out of bounds, and it's going to leave 1.8 seconds. Omar Palos just could have flipped that one up and tried to get a little fancy with it. Jackson will find Whitehead. One dribble, three-quarter court shot. On line, just a little low, caught the bottom of the net. Third quarter will end in favor of the Lorain High Titans. 46-39 over the Elyria Pioneers. Same difference as it was at halftime. We'll take a little bit of a break. 8 more minutes of basketball coming your way on WDLW and WLCS TV 20.
Veterans benefits earned through your service in the National Guard or Reserve can offer a range of support.
I wouldn't be here today as a successful woman without the help that I received.
From home loans to job training, go to benefits.va.gov/Guard Reserve to find out more. Even how to apply online using eBenefits.
This is one of the best things I ever did in my life. We were very fortunate to have these benefits, so we definitely ought to use them.
Achieve your next mission. Learn about your VA benefits today.
.39 as we head into the final 8 minutes of this one. Welcome back to Lorain High School. I'm Don Vincent, David Rivera. We were talking about a 16-6 quarter. More importantly, the Elyria Pioneers have kept the score low, David.
Yeah, absolutely. Back in fourth quarter for both teams, putting up 16 points. Just, defensive strategies for both teams, really making each other work for each basket. Elyria went on a great run. That's the most points they've scored, in the 3 quarters so far. So this fourth quarter is ending up to be very entertaining.
Here we go. We'll get things underway. Lorain High will have the ball to start things off on the alternate possession. Whitehead will be out there along with Benningen. Jackson, Seth Wilson along the baseline. Billings will set the Elyria Pioneers when they get to their offensive side. Wilson will go to the rack on the offensive end. He'll get the little scoop shot up there, but he'll get fouled in the process, and we'll see who they whistle that one on. I want to say it's probably Tyron Lee, but I've not seen the number go up. No, they still haven't done it.
I think it was Reed. I think Jamil Reed picked it up.
All right, Reed will have his second. Free throw number 1. It was number 1, Aiden Carter. with the foul. They finally got it up on the board. There we go. Free throw number 1 for Wilson is a no-go. Number 2 is a little bit better. That'll put him in double digits with 10. But here come the Pioneers with the ball. Robinson to the left wing. Left baseline is Aiden Carter. And boy, almost a turnover there as they tried to find Jamil Reed. Inside goes Carter. He'll get blocked from behind. He'll get fouled from behind. Tyron Lee was there for the rebound. Des Shelton also out on the court. Foul's going to be whistled on Deontay Bennigan. That'll be his first team foul number 3. Aiden Carter will go to the line. Carter with 16 in the ball game. He averages about 13. He's got better part of 7.5 minutes here to bump that out a little bit more. He'll hit the first free throw for his 17th point of the ball game. Jesse Stevens will come back in. Sitting down will be Jamil Reed. Both of these teams are, I think, right now need to have that front 5 or 6, maybe 7 on the court at all times.
Yeah, for the last 7 minutes of this game, you're not going to see many substitutions.
Carter's second one is up, and it rattles around. Wilson there to collect the glass. He'll work up court almost immediately. Goes behind his back, between his legs. Sends it off to Billings on the right wing. 7:23 remaining in the ball game. 47-40 in favor of Lorain High. Wilson, little head fake, decides to take the 3 ball, and that was just kind of pure. He's got 13.
Wilson. Great jab step there, Don, pretending he was going to drive to the basket and just pulled up.
Didn't see any reaction, so he just lifted, which makes a lot of sense. Robinson with the ball, leaves it back to Des Shelton. Here come the Pioneers on their offensive side. Less than 7 minutes remain. Carter with the ball, works to the top of the key. Hawked out there by Bennigan. Has to back away, tries to drive again. Bennigan there to turn him away. A little bit of help that time from Whitehead outside. He'll take the drive again, takes the layup, puts it up and in. Good individual effort. Aiden Carter, he's got 19 in the ball game.
Yeah, Carter used that pick by Tyron Lee to get open and score that easy basket.
Turnover by the Titans rather. Whitehead worked into the lane, tried to bounce pass it out. Robinson there to collect it, works himself into a double team, kicks it out to Shelton. Wanted to pass it almost as soon as he got it. There's another screen from the big guy Lee. He'll get the bounce pass in the lane. Tyron Lee doing the work, getting paid underneath, and there's almost a turnover by the Titans, and it's going to be a turnover as they whistle the ball going the other way.
Force that turnover there, Don, almost on the out of bounds line. Call to traveling.
6-point difference right now, 50-44 in favor of Lorain High. 6:15 remaining in the ball game. This is a statement kind of game for the Pioneers.
Yeah, and they've showed up.
Aiden Carter brings the ball across the timeline. Beat out there by Bennigan. He's going to get whistled for the foul. That'll be Deontay's second, team foul number 4.
Deontay doesn't like that call. He's struggling on offense, only with 4 points tonight.
And the Pioneers with the ball. Robinson working against Billings, goes behind his back to the left side, scoops the shot in the lane. Oh my, that would have went in and been impressive. Rebound collected off the floor that time by Stevens, sends it out. Shelton for 3, straight on, got it. Des Shelton now with 11.
It's a big shot, Don.
Down to a 3-point ball game. Whistles will tweet as the ball never quite got in bounds. It'll roll out toward midcourt. Officials will handle that. It's getting close, 5:44. It's 50-47 in favor of Lorain High.
Right now, the Titans are force-feeding Seth Wilson, but you've got to try to get somebody else involved to take the pressure off of Seth.
Whitehead will get it back to Wilson. Wilson will take the drive, little scoop pass to Aiden Brown, who mishandles, has to pick it back up, sends it out to Bennigan on the right wing. Wanted to get it inside, hesitates, goes to the rack, scoops it up with the right hand, can't hit it. Aiden Brown tips it out, collected by Billings in the corner, sends it out quickly to Whitehead. 5:17 remaining in this fourth quarter. Whitehead backs away from pressure. Wilson in the opposite corner. You've got Whitehead in one corner, Wilson in the other. You've got Billings in the baseline corner and Bennigan in the other baseline corner. Now they'll just kind of rotate through. They want to get Elyria to extend this zone defense. Wilson will get it out top to Whitehead, then to Billings. Cut through, a little bit of motion. Elyria not willing to extend that defense at all. Brown for 3, outside. I'm not sure that's the shot Lorain High wanted. Rebound battled for, picked up off the court that time by Billings. Put back, there's your garbage basket. He's got 11.
Good job by Billings to end that scoring drought for the Titans.
4.5 minutes remain in the ball game. 52-47 in favor of Lorain High. There's a poke away that time, but recollected underneath by Carter. He'll drop it to the baseline. 12-footer, misses everything that time for Lee. Rebound to Wilson. Long pass goes to Benedict. Layup at the other end. 2. He's got 6.
That's what you want if you're the Titans. Easy run-out baskets created by defensive turnovers.
54-47 is the count. Just a little bit better than 4 minutes remain in the ball game. Little take inside that time. High off the glass for Robinson. Can't hit that one. Aiden Brown with the rebound. That's where his game is, collecting those boards. Whitehead along the baseline. Floats one up from about 8. Unable to hit that one. Rebound collected by Tyron Lee for the Pioneers. There's another foul on Deontay Benedict. That's going to be his 3rd. He may have to sit down for just a little bit.
Picked up 3 this 4th quarter, really quick.
And that will send him to the bench for at least a little bit. 3:49 remaining in the ball game. Hey, you lose Deontay Benedict, but you bring in Devontae Jackson. Life's tough.
Yes. And Deontay's frustrated as he sits down on the sidelines, and we're going to take a full timeout here. We'll be right back. WDLW Lorain versus Elyria. Lorain winning 54-47 right now. We'll be right back.
America's Navy, a global force for good.
4th quarter here, neither team able to change the score much. There have been a couple small runs, but with 3:49 remaining in the ball game, David, somebody's got to come away with a statement here sometime soon.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see the defensive pressure really pick up, and the intensity on offense really is important because each possession counts. And Elyria has got a 7-point deficit they're trying to climb out of.
Marshawn Robinson's going to be D'd up with the ball by Billings. Works it into Stevens. Good back cutter on the baseline. Met at the top by Jackson. Carter's going to go to the line for a couple of free throws as Jackson got called for the body foul. He matched him inch for inch going up.
He went up. That was all ball. The referee said a little bit too much body coming down. That was close, though.
Carter at the line for a couple of free throws for the Elyria Pioneers. Aiden has 19 in the ball game. Make it, oh, I thought that was going in. I was going to say make it 20, but not that time. Got one more opportunity to do that. 3:40 remains, 54-47. So there you go. He hits the second one. He's in 20 for the ball game. Titans will work up court. Seth Wilson with the ball. He'll work along with Whitehead. They beat the timeline. He'll hesitate at the elbow, put it up with the right hand, unable to hit that one. Brown will tip it high, but it's going to be collected by Aiden Carter for the Pioneers. They'll work up court. Be met there by Aaron Whitehead. Still with the dribble. Pick high, little mismatch underneath. They'll go. Lee able to hit the easy one against Whitehead. There was your mismatch. He's got 6.
Pick and roll left Tyron Lee wide open underneath. Whitehead just too small to match up with him.
Billings will get the handoff from Wilson at the top of the offense for the Titans. Jackson now, a little bit of a weave thing going on here. If you remember the old Boston Celtics weave. Wilson straight on. Clean his legs. Backs up, fires a 3-ball, pure. He's got 16 in the ball game, 57-50. Still a 7-point difference. This one has not changed much from the end of the 3rd quarter.
He had a lot of confidence in that shot, Don, stepping back for that 3-pointer.
Well, it was we had a perfect look at it. It was pure as it could be off his fingertips. Baseline drive for Shelton, steps, wanted to kick it out top to Aiden Carter, but ends up stepping on the baseline out of bounds. 2:28 remain, 57-50 in favor of Lorain High. Jackson will work along with Whitehead. Whitehead will be met by Aiden Carter. Whitehead hesitating, working up court, finally beats the timeline, flips it off to Jackson on the left side, D'd up by Des Shelton. Takes the drive to the top of the key and then leaves it back. Billings now. He'll be checked up by Carter. Wilson. Jesse Stevens draws that one. And I would try to isolate here. If you can get Wilson away from the basket, now they'll switch off and they'll rotate through. Pioneers will drop back into a little bit of a matchup zone. Try to go to the high post, and Wilson is going to go out of bounds, and they're going to say the last person to touch it was wearing a white jersey, so it's a turnover, and we'll go the other way. And a timeout, I guess.
It looks like an injury timeout.
It would be good for them to what is it? All right, it is an injury timeout. I'm not quite sure what it is.
I thought that was Des Shelton limping off for the Pioneers. Omar Palos comes in for him.
Check it out. Looks like he's just cramping up a little bit. Wow. All right, less than 2 minutes remain. 1:52. The clock is there. The clock will start as soon as they touch it. 57-50 in favor of Lorain High. Ball out top in the hands of Robinson. Trying to create. They'll scoop pass underneath. It'll go off of his knee and out of bounds. Not sure what he was trying to accomplish there. Didn't really have a good look at anything.
Just makes a lot of shots more difficult than they need to be, Don. We talked about it earlier. You don't get any extra points for style.
True enough. Minute and a half remains. 57-50 in favor of Lorain High. Seth Wilson with the ball out top. Lobs it off. Whitehead scoops it up. Little alley-oop. Finds Aiden Brown. He'll knock it down with 2 hands again. Aiden Brown with 10 in the ball game.
Yeah, great look by Whitehead for that alley-oop to Aiden Brown. Flushed it with 2 hands.
I thought he was shooting there at the other end. Wow, look at that. Jesse Stevens launches his first basket of the ball game. It'll be good from 3-point range. This time a full timeout, and we'll take a break with 1:12 remaining in the ball game. 59-53 in favor of the Titans over the Elyria Pioneers. Break time on WDLW and WLCS TV 20. .53, Lorain High over the Elyria Pioneers. This is going to come down to the buzzer, David.
Yeah, and I think if you're Coach Lyric, this is exactly what you'd be asking for. Down 6 with a minute left, you know, trying to get some offensive possessions. These guys are still in this game.
Well, the question is who can make the key basket here?
If I'm Elyria, I'm looking for Carter. He's been the one all night who's been able to carry the load. He's got 20 points. I would be looking for him.
Elyria with 3 timeouts left, 2 fulls and a 30. Lorain with 1 full, 1:30. Lorain High with the ball, facing full court pressure applied by the Pioneers, and they're going to turn it right over. They tried to get the ball from Jackson into Whitehead, and it goes off of Whitehead's fingertips and out of bounds. It'll be a Elyria ball underneath their own basket.
Not what you wanted coming out of that timeout for the Titans.
That'll bring Tyron Lee right back into the ball game, and Jamil Reed will sit back down. They're going to play offense, defensive switches here. Robinson to inbound. Gets it into Lee. Goes up strong, up and in. He's got 8 in the ball game, 6 of those here in the fourth quarter, all 8 in the second half.
All 8.
Billings gets it off to Whitehead. Scoop pass goes into the middle. That'll be Wilson. Wilson in the double team. Whitehead out top, scoops to the left side. Less than a minute left in the ball game. 52-51. Whitehead fakes the pass, works high. Billings lobs it over to the left wing. Wilson wanted to duck in, has to kick it out. Titans content right now to play keep away, and that'll result in a foul out top. Aiden Carter will be whistled for his second foul, team foul number 3.
Don, I'm surprised Elyria didn't foul Seth Wilson and send him to the free throw line to extend this game. They waited a little too long to draw that foul.
Well, part of the problem is they've been really good about not fouling. Yeah. They've only got 3, so they've got to commit a lot of fouls here. Whitehead gets it over to Wilson. Wilson backs away from pressure, works into the lane, sails it. Ooh, nice catch by Jackson. Had to save that one from going out of bounds. He'll sling it right back out to Wilson in between the circles. He'll work off to the right wing. 27, 25, 23 on the clock. Right back out top to Wilson, and there's your foul out top. That's going to be whistled on Jamil Reed. It'll be his second, team foul number 4. Elyria's got a foul almost as soon as the ball comes inbounds.
Immediately.
Yeah.
That's what I would be doing to extend this game, not trying to play defense. The Titans are just doing keep away. Foul, foul, foul.
As soon as somebody catches it, you foul them. Jackson inbound, goes well back court, finds Whitehead, avoids contact, and gets met at midcourt. Foul's going to be whistled, I believe, on Robinson. Nope, check that. You're going to get Des Shelton. That'll be his second, team foul number 5.
Everybody's leaving. We still got 17 seconds left. They're trying to keep everybody off the court.
And a 4-point difference.
Right. This game is not over at all.
Jackson inbound, finds Wilson. Wilson gets hacked almost immediately there by Jamil Reed. That'll be his third, team foul number 6. So here you go. 16 fouls apiece, and Elyria is going to look to foul. The question is, if you're Lorain, who do you want to go to the line? Because you're going to throw the ball to that guy. Just get it in. They'll go to Brown. Brown will get fouled. A little bit of a shove there by Stevens, and he'll go to the line. Jesse Stevens draws his first foul of the ball game, team foul number 7. So Aiden Brown will go to the line. He's got 10 points in the ball game, averages just about 9 points. So he's an opportunity here to extend his average a little bit with a 1-and-1.
Not many free throws attempted all night by the Titans. This is just their 7th.
Free throw number 1 rattles in that time for Aiden Brown. He's got 11 now. The one thing Lorain High cannot do is foul.
Or turn the ball over.
Second free throw, no. Rebound, battle for it's going to go out of bounds. Off the feet of Tyron Lee. He was being chased down from behind.
Great effort by Seth Wilson.
By Seth Wilson. 12.4 seconds on the clock. And Jamil Reed will come back in, and Tyron Lee will sit down. Jackson to inbounds. Goes way out top. Wilson will collect it and then get fouled. Turns around and tries to fire it. They're only going to give him the 1-and-1. Right idea. Jamil Reed draws foul number 4. Seth Wilson, 1-and-1. He's got 16 in the ball game. He leads the Lorain High Titans. Make it 17 as he hits that one.
And Seth's been doing a great job working on his free throw shooting. Was unhappy on Saturday, shot 1 for 4. Really wanted to work on that going forward.
61-55, 62-55 as he's able to hit the second one and give himself 18 points in the ball game. 10 seconds remaining. Lorain High just needs to let this one run itself out. Shelton layup at the other end, no. Rebound collected by Whitehead, goes to midcourt. And Wilson called off by John Rossitano, says you don't need to do that, but he was getting ready to knock it down. And this one will end in favor of the Lorain High Titans, 62-55 over a very game Elyria Pioneers squad. We'll take a little bit of a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at your Buckeye Community Bank final stats. 62-55 is your final in favor of the Lorain High Titans over the Elyria Pioneers. We'll step away and be right back with more on WDLW and WLCS TV 20.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
I want to welcome you back to Lorain High School as the gym slowly clears following this one. A very entertaining ball game. 62-55 is your final. Lorain High boys over the Elyria boys varsity squads. We're going to go over the numbers here, but the one that I threw out as I sit back and looked at this was the second half was dead even. This game really came down to one quarter, and it was the first 8 minutes of the ball game.
Yeah, and Elyria was unable to sustain that punch that Lorain threw with that heavy defensive pressure that caused a lot of turnovers, was able to get them going early. That one quarter was the difference in this ball game. The third and the fourth quarter were completely even. So shout out to the Elyria Pioneers. I mean, they put on a great performance here tonight. Their record doesn't show as good of a team as they are, and we talked about the competition of some of the teams that they are playing. with Menor and with Solon and Euclid. So, shout out to Elyria and hats off to Coach Larrick for a great game. I thought they did good. Leading the way for the Pioneers, leading all scorers tonight was Aiden Carter. He had 20 points, and he just really stepped up and put the offensive scoring on his back. Marshawn Robinson had a really tough night. He finished with 11 points. He had 7 in the second half. And Des Shelton had 8. He also had another rough night. The Titans are a very much more balanced offense. And we had a guy with Jordan Jackson who averages 15 points a night, and he didn't even play.
Yeah.
And the Titans still had 4 guys in double figures. Whitehead had 12. Jameer Billings had 11. Aiden Brown had 10. Seth Wilson with 19, leading the way for the Titans. And that first quarter really was the difference here in this game.
So that'll be your final stats package brought to you by Buckeye Community Bank. Today and tomorrow, your partner for growth. For those of you that joined us on WLCS TV 20, thanks for joining us. Thank you to Joe Bach for taking giving us the opportunity to work with you. We'll look forward to doing it again sometime.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.